Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm at East Sands in St Andrews, one of my favourite beaches. As you can see, there's a nice cut developing there. It's always worthwhile checking those areas out. It's 5:30 and low water's at 8 o'clock tonight, so I've got plenty of time to chase the tide out as well. And if I fancy it, I can always work the dry sand. It's had a lot of activity the last few days as it's been lovely weather. So hopefully I'll find some goodies today. Today I'm using the Manticore, and because it's quite rocky here, I'm back to my spade. No sand scoop for me today. I'll let you know if anything turns up. The biggest problem with this beach is the iron and also the hot rocks. I mean, that rock's given off a 30 signal, beautiful signal, but that's the trouble. It's so close to the harbour, so you get all the nails and bolts and all the nasty stuff, but makes things a bit challenging. Right, my first target, or my first coin, is a modern 1p, and I'm in amongst all the rocks here, so that's a good sign. Hopefully there'll be a few. I've had pre-decimals before here, so hopefully I'll get some nice old coins today, but it is looking promising. It asks the question, how come a dart ends up on a beach? It's missing its point, but yeah, maybe they were throwing them at each other, I don't know, but unusual find. Right, I've got a nice signal here, 64. I can see a bit around this. There you go. There's a pre-decimal penny. It's George V, I can make him out. It's really crusty and green on that side. You can just make him out there. That's very promising. This was a 26 signal, so this would be a worn, yeah, it's just a worn 10p. Still no coin. My next target is a draw knob or pull, but yeah, we found a lot of these on the beach for some reason. Right, my next target is a very worn 2p. A lot of modern coins, but unfortunately they've been battered a bit in the rocks. Very worn pre-decimal. It's slick that side. If I turn it to, there you go, I'm pretty sure that's Elizabeth. She's facing right, so yeah, imagine that is Elizabeth II. But yeah, unfortunately that's what the sea does to these coins, totally wipes them out. Right, a great big chunk of lead. Again, you get a lot here from the harbour. Well, I'm glad I bought the spade today because it's so hard work. This is it's a really shouty 77, 80 signal. Maybe another pre-decimal penny. Trying to figure out. Is that? Am I seeing things there? It's very worn, but it's a bit larger than a normal penny. Is that a foreign coin? No. I thought I saw Britannia on that side. There, yeah, there's Britannia there. It's got like a Is that not, I don't think it's a very worn, is it a worn cartwheel penny or just possibly a penny? No, there's the head there. It's George III, but it's got like a rim round it, so I'm not sure. Originally it was a cup, no, it can't be. Cartwheel penny's a bit smaller. Is that sort of like the 1806 penny, possibly? If you know, let me know in the comments, but yeah, that's a nice coin to find. I don't find many George III's on the beach. Where is he looking? Well, it's one to be cleaned up anyway, and double check when I get back. Right, here's the coin I just found. I'll give you a bit of a close-up. It's a bit worn, unfortunately, but you can make out that looks like Britannia there. On this side there is a bit of detail on it, but is that not George III? It's a fair size. Yeah, you can see it there. Very nice coin to find anyway. Yeah, it's over a couple hundred years old. Nice one. Well, that's me wet my way through that exposed rocks and stones. Really hard going, a lot of iron amongst it. I'm just going to wet my way up the beach now, give it a try. I can always go back to that area. They did dump a lot of sand. The entrance to the harbour over there against the wall, they gave it a good clear out. They got some JCBs in and they dumped a lot of sand here. So you never know, they might have moved something up here. Right, my next target is a light bulb. This one caught me by surprise. It was 62, 64 signal, jumping about. It went up into the 90s at some point. I hacked down into sort of like rock and the black stuff, and I could see a silver rim there. I think I'm onto a silver coin. I shouldn't really, we'll get told off here by rubbing it. Yeah. There you go. Lovely silver shilling by the looks of it. George V again. Oh, that was a surprise. Got a date on there. Is it 1934? 24. Oh, my eyes are terrible. Yeah, 34. So it's 50% silver. And it's roughly where, they say, the piles of sand was built up. So maybe that's come from the harbour originally. It's got a lovely patina to it. It's come out that black layer, which has helped. Sorry, a little tractor's come onto the beach. Well, that's cool. That's made my evening. That has. There's signs of some nice old coins here. It'd be nice to find a ring. I'll give it a go. Right, my next target is a threepence, brass. But unlike the others, this one's come up green. But a bit worn, but because of that shape, you know what it is. Right, a 76 signal, and there's a ring there, but I'm not sure if it's going to be anything special. It was 76 on the Manticore, but as you can see, it's pretty well. I mean, it might clean up, but I just got to think that's going to be copper. Yeah, I'll get it clean when I get back and see if I can sort of like identify the metal at least. But that's been down there a while. Working the rocks here. That's one hell of a signal. Not sure what it is. Looks like a big chunk of brass, but for the scrap bucket, I've had 20p, a lot of pennies, modern coinage, a worn 10p. So I'll keep going up and down. I might actually go down the bottom there for a bit as well. Just got myself another pre-decimal, and yeah, I can identify that one as Elizabeth II. Again, pretty worn. Right, that's me finished for the day. That was a nice silver and a nice Georgian coin. Quite happy with that. Huge area to cover, so I will be back to the roundup. Here's a roundup from East Sands in St Andrews. Fantastic day detecting wise. Loads of signals, including plenty of trash. Always clean the beach as I go. Plenty of this tubing. Huge bit of lead. Other bits and bobs. There is plenty of iron, unfortunately, on this beach. So I do dig up a bit of that as well. Light bulb. It's near the harbour, so there's plenty of boats that could have come off. Part of a pair of glasses. And a dart. Loads of coins, but unfortunately they've been bashed about with the sea. There's some large pennies there. Brass threepenny, halfpenny. And I was surprised to dig this coin up. I know you can't see a lot on it, but it's probably George the IV or George the III. It looks like it's got like an edge to it as well, a rim. But yeah, I can see Britannia on one side and part of a king's head on the other. Pendant. It's any cheap bling. Some modern coins, some 20s and 10 pences, a 10-cent euro, and that was a lovely surprise, a shilling, lovely condition, 1934. There you go, George V. And the ring, which I thought would turn out to be bling, I had a lovely surprise when I cleaned it up. It is silver. It's got a lovely rampant line on it as well. Yeah, I'm well happy with that. Well, I hope you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't done already. I appreciate it as always. And my next video will be of a trip down south. So please subscribe so that you don't miss that episode. And thank you guys for watching. See you in the next episode.